Yo, what's up people, it's your boy P, also known as Captain P67. We're here today for some more Path of Exile 2 content for you. So probably, as you can see from the screen, we are going to be covering the Mageblood today. And just a quick tidbit, I got this on my very first try, my own sort of ritual way of getting it. A very first try. This was just before the patch. However, the new patch has just been updated, so I'm not sure how much easier it will be to get. But I'm going to give you the way I did it and what worked for me on my first try. So hopefully you could still maybe get it for yourselves or get close to getting it. And I'll be as quick as brief as I can. And I'm going to do it the simple version. I think there's a lot of guides out there that are a bit more complicated. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. I'm going to quickly go over the Mageblood, what it does and the roles I've got and why I've got them and what it does, and then we'll go quickly into the way I got it, and hopefully it still works and you can still do it. So the Mageblood itself, if you're not aware, it is one of the most sought after items in the game right now, and it's worth a lot of currency. So when I checked before the patch, it was like 450 divines. A non-corrupted was like 500. So depending on the role you got, it could be a lot higher, but you're still looking at like 450 to 500 divines minimum, no matter what, which is amazing. And when you get it, you do get 4 like rolls on it. Basically, the rolls can be the same, so it can stack. However, there's a little note at the bottom. So Mage's Legacy have 40% increased effect per duplicate that you've got. So depending on what type of build you wanted for yourself, you could like try and get it by using divines, which is another tidbit that many people might not know. If you get it and you get, like, for example, when I got this, I had 1 charm slot, so I put my first divine and I got the perfect roll for my build. What I needed fire res, I got it. I needed evasion, I got it, and I got one of the best ones, which is the damage, which I'll go over, which should be the Stibnite, I believe. No, Legacy of Sulfur, which I'll go over. So it's got everything I wanted personally. But yeah, if you get it and you're not happy with it, just use a divine to roll it. Don't corrupt it or anything, because you won't be able to do it. Just make sure you roll it first, then you can corrupt it after if you wish, or double corrupt it if you're feeling like ballsy and you want to set it for more. But I'm going to be using it on a couple of builds, so I'm going to keep it for now and mess with it after. So yeah, if you get it and you're not happy with it, use a divine or how many divines you want, change what you want. So that's it. We'll quickly go over what it does in regards to the bonuses for each one, just so you know. You can get a full guide, but I'll leave it on the screen. So like I said, for me, it rolled literally perfect after 1 divine. So I got the Sulfur one, which is probably one of the best ones. I think probably the most sought after. But if you wanted to go pure damage, you could try and get 4 of these. So with Legacy of Sulfur, I get 60% increased damage, and it makes the area within 2.5 meters of you with consecrated ground while you're stationary. So not only does it do 60% increased damage, you also get a sort of life regen with the consecrated ground on the floor. So you're getting extra damage, which is insane. I've been doing a bit of testing and like trying it on the stream for a couple of maps, and we're also getting health regen, which is phenomenal. I also believe I got the Stibnite one, so I'll probably go for these backwards in chronological order though. So yeah, Stibnite's there. So with Stibnite, I get 150% increased evasion rating. If you get Legacy of Silver, you get 30% increased skill speed. Legacy of Topaz, Sapphire and Ruby are basically just the elementals, so you get 60% on all of them. However, it does give you an extra cap of 5. So if you're not aware and you're more of a newer player maybe, you do get your, I don't know if you could see these behind here, but it would probably show in here. So yeah, you can see here. So normally your cap is 75%, however with the Mageblood, you get 80% on specific ones that you roll for as well. So that's one of the bonuses, so you can overcap it, which can be definitely help you a lot in running like end game content or bigger maps in general and juice maps. Legacy of Quicksilver gives you movement speed, so if you wanted more movement speed and not sacrifice too much on the boots, you could probably roll for that. Legacy of Jade, 2 evasion rating is different from percentage of evasion rating, so just keep that in mind. However, again, even if I rolled this would have been great because I'm an evasion build. I also got Legacy of Granite, which is just phenomenal, which is plus 2000 armor, and I've got a bit of a hybrid build, so I got a little bit of armor, but as we add the extra 2000 on, gets me way more tanky. And again, if you got an armor build, you could just roll this, which would be phenomenal. If you are struggling for rarity, Legacy of Gold, absolutely phenomenal, 45%. I've got over 100 rarity plus on my build, and I get my waystones to do 50, so I've always got 150. But if you was struggling, this could be really good for you. And also, again, Legacy of Diamond, phenomenal. If you was struggling to hit that crit chance, or you wanted to hit the crit chance on a specific build, could roll for that, would make a big difference to your build for damage. And then Legacy of Bismuth. So, whereas I mentioned I needed, like, say, 1 resistance, you could try and roll for that, which would give you all elemental resistances, which would be phenomenal, because it's only 15% less. You wouldn't get the cap, but it'd save you, like, using different slots, and you could probably add more stuff around your build. So that would be great, too. Legacy of Assault, 150%. Again, this is increased armor. So if you had a base of like low armor amount, this wouldn't be that great. But it's still great because it's increased armor. However, then if you were a tanky build with a lot of armor, this would be phenomenal. And then finally, Legacy of Amethyst, 45% to chaos resistance. So if you were struggling to get that resistance to chaos, this would definitely help out. And a lot of builds do struggle with this, so this is phenomenal to have on the belt, and it's just great to have the options. So we've gone over the Mageblood, what it does, how it works, and some of the bonuses. And again, you can have duplicates, so you could get 4 of the same, but depending on what modifier you get, it's only going to give you that percentage of amount of that. So, like I said, for me personally, I got it on my first try. This was before things changed for the patch. So, I don't want to give out false information. It's 100% going to work and be the same. The patch literally just came out. However, I can show you exactly what I did. So, first and foremost, I'd make sure you get the Atlas Masters Jados. And I went for unexpected missions. So, I did change this round specifically for this, just to try it out. Unforeseen threats. So this one will give you more corrupted waystones. It gives you 1 additional random modifier. Corrupted waystones open a random map area when used on basic maps, so it can like open the perimeter around there for you as well. 5% chance on completing maps for a nearby anomaly map to be revealed. Long days, 20% more chance of a random extra content. So 20% more chance of extra content that you're running. 20% chance is great. A 5th. And then partial translations, randomly gain between 0 and 40% increased effect of explicit modifiers on tablets. So whatever you're using your tablet, so you could go for more waystone, you could randomly gain an increased effect on that as well. So once you've done all that, what I did to get the main thing you want to open is the Audience with the King. So I always keep that in my inventory. Someone did make a video about having more drops with that on, so I definitely recommend you keeping that on. This was the one I opened, I believe. New boss. Yep. So then you basically get to the crux of nothingness. You can go into multiple areas. Just go into the area, use the key. You then fight the King of the Mist. Once you fight the King of the Mist and you beat him, you can then get the Head of the King. Once you got the Head of the King, you can head over to the Kayatarth. So you can just use your quick dash from there. So we're going to there. Again, this is exactly what I did personally. There could be more in-depth ways to do it that might be a bit more better overall, but this is just exactly how I did it. I got it on the first try, so if it works, I thought I'd just share the information. Hopefully it works for you as well. And then all you do is, it says attach Head of the King. So I attached the Head of the King. Then it gave me this. So you basically just click on these areas, and the area I did earlier to get it, I believe, was around here. So then all I did was I just then clicked on the area. So area contains ritual altars, so you could just choose a specific area that you like, or certain parts of the map that you like. And then I literally just clicked on it once, and then it gave me this. So all of these in this perimeter will give me these bonuses, and then I clicked on that, and then I just clicked on, and then I just chose a few more basically. Now that's blacked out, but if it was available, I could click on it. And then once all that's done, I just then ran those, and we'll just click out here. I'll click accept for now. So just make sure you fill in them all. I run that with these specific tablets. So I kept these on purpose just to show you exactly what I ran it with. So I ran a normal ritual tablet. So you can pause the video if you want to see exactly what I did, but these are what I ran exactly, T for T. This one was missing because I used it on my last one. To actually pick it up, but this one, and this one is exactly what I used. So maybe just try replicating what I've used, and obviously this one, it's just the same as a normal ritual tablet. I didn't spend anything extra. I didn't pay anything extra for any of these. I literally, if you don't know how to modify these, I guess I can quickly show you that as well. Probably save you some currency in case you're trying to buy some specific ones. What I normally do is whenever I get any sort of normal ritual tablets, I just normally use a Orb of Alchemy. So you normally click on it. If one is like grey, I just clicked on that, and that's all I did. I didn't buy these. I didn't spend any currency at all. This I literally farmed, and I just looked in my inventory and thought I'd try it with it because it mentioned ritual. And you can always read what it says on the text. So favors at ritual altars in area cost 12% increased tribute. However, can reroll favors at ritual altars in your maps twice as many times. So that's why I could keep re-rolling it and getting more and more. And that came from a normal drop. Didn't modify it, didn't buy any of these, and that's it. And then that's it. Once you open the map up in that area, so the one I selected that I showed you, I can't recall where it is, but wherever it was, I went to. You just go to that area specifically, click on it, and then you just run those maps in that area, and that's it. Just run your altars as normal, rotate them round. It's probably down back that way somewhere. But yeah, wherever you click on it, just remember where you went to, put a bookmarker in there, and then just run that area. And then your rituals will come up. Then as you run the rituals, another tidbit I guess as well, just go straight to the boss. Don't try and do the whole map and do all the parts of the map. Just run straight to the boss, beat the boss, go to the ritual. More than likely the boss will spawn in the ritual area. Kill the boss or rogues, they'll spawn in there. You get more obviously tribute, and you get more drops that drop in there, as well as regular drops and more rare drops. And then you can obviously just use that for the currency for the altars, and then you just keep traversing. And a little bit of a side note, I was helping one of the viewers on my stream in between the run, so I did like not test it on purpose per se, but I did test it where even if you die on one and the map fails, it's okay, just go to the next one. And even if you don't get it out of all the specific nodes, just run normal altars after that, and you can still buy it. So I tested all that as well for you. So yeah, there you go folks. That is the way I got Mageblood first try, and that is the Mageblood. I definitely recommend getting it for any build, so you can try it out. It is worth a lot of divines as well. And again, if I missed anything, or you want to add any sort of like tidbits or comments how you may have got it first try, or after the patch, if anything has changed, let me know. Just post in the comments below. I stream on Twitch every single day. I do help out a lot of players. I do get a lot of currency as well. So I'm running like super juice maps with 4 tablets, and I'm getting like 100 divines a day daily. So if you want any help on like getting currency, your gear or levels, then just join the live stream and I got you. And links will be in the description below, and I stream every single day, no days off ever. So apart from that, wherever you are, have a good morning, have a good night, have a good evening. I will catch you on the next one. Take it easy and peace out.